Hi,
well,
friends.
hello, friends.
Happy Thursday to you if you're watching us live.
If not, thank you so much for watching us. We are so happy you're here. We are getting some, this is so exciting, the littlest things, the renovations in our
new carpet.
New carpet. We've had this old, carpet for a long time, ever since I've been here, which is 11 years. And now we're getting this really nice carpet, and it's just like, it's refreshing and just nice to walk on. It's like
so
little
nice.
things.
Yeah,
yes.
little updates. Did you check out the new refrigerator
I
yet?
did.
How is it? I haven't.
So nice. You should put your food in there
now. Yay.
Yes.
I always had to walk all the way down the hall to use the nicer fridges in the other break room. Our building is huge.
It's huge. And our old refrigerator is so old. It was like growing things inside.
I think there was food from the 1980s in there.
It's disgusting. So anyway, I would still put my food in there, or I would some coworkers have refrigerators where I would try to sneak in my
one too. But ever since that fuse blew.
Yeah, so we can't, use obviously that much electricity, and so we already use it for our hair products and our heater. Well, I have a heater, and
I can't because that's what blew the fuse.
Yes, I know.
Oopsie.
But anyway, these are just little things.
I know, it's exciting.
I think that there was a reality show, right, on Newsrooms or something long time ago.
Was there? Oh, a long time ago, before we were in existence?
I don't know, not like born, you mean, or in this. Anyway, it didn't work out. I just think that if there was a crew that could, maybe Netflix, that would come in.
I mean, I could film it and put it on YouTube, and it would probably blow up.
Yes.
But then I'd get in trouble because people wouldn't believe what the situation
some of the behind the scenes
and
stuff.
The characters, all the characters. I mean, you and I are like characters, everybody
has
has their own unique personality that you bring to the newsroom. Every newsroom has, and you can go back to all your jobs. Can't you see similarities in every newsroom as far as people? A
lot of similarities. And what's crazy is, there are some people in the newsroom who are very mellow, and just the energy is very low, or the vibe is maybe not that awesome. So we have to convert that to good vibes, right? And good energy a lot of times.
Yes, but on the flip, I think because we're so outgoing and so challenging, sometimes people just assume we're always hi, good evening, come chat. And it's we're really busy.
Yeah, Raymond, who we've featured here, he'll be like, hey, what's happening? What's new? What's going? I'm like, I can't. No, we're not doing this right now. We can't.
There are sometimes emails that I don't see because we get so many emails, and you're trying to book stories, and you're trying to write stories and pick sound and go through the shows and so many other things.
Can I explain that part, by the way? Because when I was a lot younger looking for a job, I would be like, are they ignoring my email? Are they not getting it? How are they so busy? Because think about it, when you were younger, in college, you'd only get a few emails, right?
And I thought I was so good at responding, because I'd only get a few emails.
Right, and so you're like, okay, well, now I just crafted this email to the, the head of whatever, so they should be getting back to me, they should be, and then, a mentor would be like, email them again, because they probably skipped you. I'm like, how the hell would they skip?
Yeah.
And now I make it a conscious effort, because now, the deeper you are into whatever career, you're bombarded with all kinds of emails. So.
Yep. And then also we'll have meetings or trainings scheduled, but then because of other anchors being on assignment or whatever, then I'm the only one in there, and then it's you get bogged down, and then you're missing something important, and it's
let me just tell you the behind the scenes of today. So our anchor Anthony Antoine isn't feeling well, so he called out sick, and so we're doing some more work for that. But behind the scenes, she had a meeting, I had some training. At the same time, we have a promo that we shoot ahead of this for the 5 p.m. And then Caroline, before her meeting, was nice enough to produce and write the whole show that we're doing right now, so that we were able to.
Which we do that. It goes back and forth.
But it's, we have to talk ahead of time, or, our conversations aren't hey, how's it going? Did you have a good night? What'd you, it's can you, okay.
Totally.
All right, I got this, whatever.
And I knew that today was going to be busy, so I came in with my hair done and some makeup on.
Good for you.
But that's the other things. People are always like, why don't you guys come in ready? It's I honestly can get ready faster here, because it takes me 6 minutes to do my makeup here, because I'm under so much pressure.
Yes. Well, also, it is a lot harder for me to do my makeup with my 4-year-old, who's like, mommy, mommy, mommy. So I'm doing my hair, it's da da da, But anyway.
Plus, the 5 o'clock news is at 5 o'clock. We walk in the door at 2. I'd have to completely redo everything before that anyway, because it's so hot outside and it's sweaty, and like we touch up our makeup 18 times a day.
It's a lot. But I'm grateful for her. And
yeah, grateful for all
the positive people, all the positive vibes. So,
well, speaking of positivity.
Yes.
Were you going to say something? Because I kind of cut you off.
That's okay. I don't remember anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go into a not positive story, which...
Oh, I thought you... Okay.
No, I know. This is like a serious story.
Okay.
Which is crazy, because normally when we're talking about Taylor Swift, this is completely positive. It's fun. No, this is not okay. And this is actually really bothering me today, because I think how sick do you have to be to come up with this? But anyway, we're learning a lot more information about why Taylor Swift's 3 sold-out concerts in Vienna, Austria were canceled. The good news is, though, that the authorities did catch 2 of the suspects. One's 19 and one's 17. They were actually planning to attack Taylor Swift's concert on Wednesday. The authorities say that they appeared to be inspired by the Islamic State group and Al-Qaeda. One of the 2 confessed to planning to kill as many people as possible outside the concert venue, according to authorities. 3 of those sold-out concerts were canceled. 60,000 people were expected to be inside of the stadium, and another 30,000 overflow outside each night. The fans are absolutely devastated. On my TikTok feed right now, I'm seeing so many fans crying and just like, oh my gosh, I'm worried about Taylor Swift. But anyway, Swift is also scheduled to perform at London's Wembley Stadium again in a 5-concert series between August 15th and 20th to close out this European leg of her tour. She has not shared anything like a statement or anything on social media right now, because I think that what was potentially going to happen here is so serious, and what may be happening behind the scenes, like things we don't even know about, are so serious. Like, there were homemade bombs found. Travis Kelce is at risk now. Like, there's all these these aren't fake threats. Like, this was a threat that was going to be carried out and was going to harm, or worse, tons and tons and tons of, really, when you think about it, women and young girls and moms, maybe some dads, like outside trying to enjoy the concert, because that was really where these people planned to attack. So I am sure right now it's a huge stress, and there's a lot of unknowns, but I bet you there's a lot that we don't know as the public right now.
It's just so sad. One of the things I also read was that one of those that was arrested was actually hired as a security guard.
Oh yeah, that's
which is
crazy.
Crazy, because you can't trust anyone, and you don't know what their intentions are. And I don't know, obviously, what a terrorist would think, but if your mission is to kill people, which is disgusting, going to these large crowds, like the concerts like there was in Las Vegas, or like what had happened in the Gaza and with Hamas and all of that. And these venues are just crowds of people packed together, and that is what makes it awesome, because you're enjoying something, and also what makes it so scary, because there can be so much death and destruction done in such a short amount of time. And the fact that the security guy was even hired as a security guard is baffling, because they had to go through a bunch of checks, and obviously these checks are not, working, because he was arrested for it.
It's so terrifying. And to be clear, I went to the Eras tour, and this is in no way, shape, or form like a festival or like a big outdoor gathering. Like, this is in no way like the Astroworld tragedy that happened.
Yes. So meaning like it's not like where
there's not a bunch of people shoving in. We're talking NFL stadiums, big stadiums with assigned seats. We're talking the friendliest fans, like just peaceful.
Right, people.
It's not like she's inciting any type of uproar or like weird things. It's very peaceful. It truly is.
The positive is that nobody was hurt, and we can learn from this. But
yeah, I think a lot. So right now, actually, our reporter in Dallas, at the Fox O&O in Dallas, Peyton, she's working on a story about fans who traveled from Dallas to
right.
Where was this? Vienna,
yes.
to go to the concert. Now it's canceled. People spent all this money to go see the show, which is so sad. But when it comes down to it, I mean, safety first, but holy crap, like so
hopefully
crazy.
There's like a lot of lessons learned. Unfortunately, people have lost a lot of money and they wanted to see her, but it's kind of,
it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is, and it makes me scared to go to other concerts. It makes me scared for all the people that stand outside. I mean, that's going to come to an end. I bet you after this, it's going to be like the perimeter of the concert is going to be like shut down. Like you can't probably stand out there to listen. I mean, who knows? Well, very sad, very sad. But anyway, we're keeping tabs on it, and we're working the story. Or a lot of people are working the story, so we'll keep you updated when we learn more. But stay tuned. We'll be right back. To eat like a treat.
Yes.
What did you usually get?
The pretzels.
Yes, of course.
Right?
Same. Okay, same.
Yes.
The smell.
That still is a thing, by the way.
Yeah. I still get pretzels too, but I mean like every time we went to the mall, like if we would let my mom shop, we could get a pretzel.
I love it. I love
We
it,
were
Miss
bribed,
Collins.
right?
Yes.
So the smell, it's like nostalgic now, and
Yes.
people love the smell, but people do call it an irresistible aroma, and that is why now you can smell like Auntie Anne's if you so desire. The company is bottling up the smell of its beloved pretzels into a new fragrance called Need. Wow. The scent features notes of buttery dough, salt, and of course some sweetness. The company says the goal of each spritz is to, quote, evoke the experience of passing an Auntie Anne's store. The 1 ounce bottle costs $25. Wow. It'll be available starting August 4th. Now, I do love this smell, Rashi, but I'm not so sure it's the smell I want to smell like when I spray my perfume on.
Yeah, buttery dough. It's just kind of like, what? Also, is this like, is there some romantic connotation to this with the pretzel and just being together? And did you see how the?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
It was
I didn't know if y'all want to play the video again. Did you see the?
Interesting.
The E and the A is just kind of like.
Yeah. I think that's supposed to look like a pretzel.
That ain't look like no damn pretzel.
I know, right? Those pretzels do look good, but
no. This is when we smell like things. It's like I never liked the lip smackers, you know, green apple or whatever because they didn't want to.
Well, I don't like when I go to a restaurant or a bar or whatever, or maybe I'm eating Auntie Anne's pretzels and then like my hair smells like that. I never like that. I like a fresh and clean scent.
Yes.
I feel like you do too, because I never smell like floral on you or anything like floral scents is what I'm trying to say.
Scent.
I feel like you always smell like fresh and clean.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I like. So I think that would be too much for me.
Yes, it would be too much. Like
I would like to smell it though, just for fun.
You know what would go so well here in Houston? Like a cook-off smell. It's
barbecue in a bottle. What would it be called? It would be called smoked.
Yes. Smoked or smoke show.
Smoke show. I like smoke show.
Yeah, well, because when you go to the cook-off here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, it's a whole situation.
And your hair does smell like it.
And your clothes.
And your body. Every time after, obviously, I mean, it's dirty at the rodeo, but like, I get home and I'm like, shower immediately. Because you either smell like smoke, you smell like animals, you smell like God knows what. So
do you wash your jeans then?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Around the animals.
Because I know like the jeans, that's like a whole nother thing. Like
I took them to the dry cleaner actually last year.
That's a good idea.
But that's an example of being like really sweaty and really disgusting.
Yes.
You know,
it's either really hot or it's really cold.
That's true. But then you still smell like something.
Yes.
Even just fried food.
I mean, it smells great when you're there, but then when you're home and you're not in that environment, we're like, we need to change the smell immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I watched up close and personal pigs giving birth and cows giving birth last year. I was like, yeah, this. I need to shower.
Okay, so when that happened, Ryan saw it, and my 7-year-old, and this was last year, and I said, look, this is kind of how, he's like, ew. And I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. And then I said, like, where do you think you came from?
Oh, no.
And he goes, I think they cut your leg and you just shook your leg and I came out. I'm like, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm with my 2 little cousins and their parents who are doctors, and they're going step by step, every scientific step that was happening. They're like, okay, guys, this is like the placenta and this is the da-da-da. And I'm just like,
oh my gosh.
Too much. You
know, and I mean, if you're thinking about it, if I'm one of those animals giving birth, like I don't want a whole audience around me.
I know, those poor animals. Like, what is so crazy to me though, because my first question was, doctors, so they don't give these animals like any,
no.
What is it called?
Epidural
or anything,
yes,
or medicine?
No, it's all natural.
And now my family members are not, vets, so they were like, well, probably not. Like, it's probably just all natural.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's what they did back in the day.
Can you imagine? I mean, women still do it today.
Yes.
Do you have epidurals?
I do. And there are risks to epidurals. I had epidurals for both my kids, and now, fun fact, I don't think you know this about me, but I cannot feel my heel in both legs.
I know. My mom was telling me how risky it is, and I'm like, well, if you think I'm doing that all on my own one day,
no. You'll get to a point so you can like press the button when you want to get the medicine in. So you do it yourself. So then they stick the whole needle. They told Danny to go outside. He was like, yep, I'm going outside, because the needle's like about that long.
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, it goes through the spine. And I'm like, you know what? Probably not even going to need this. Not going to need this. And I was like, well, I think I kind of might need it. And then they said at a certain point as you progress, you can't do it. So I chose to not be in excruciating pain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, we'll be right back. All right, there are some big changes coming to who can use your Costco membership. Now, this isn't really an issue for me. I use my Costco membership for gas and gas only pretty much. I am gonna do my, I do like a biannual trip to go stock up. But anyway, the company says that members will need to make sure that they're carrying their member card and ID when they enter the store, because all these locations will be scanning cards at the entrances in the coming months. Costco does say that these changes are meant to improve membership experience and prevent non-members from sneaking on in and using customers' cards. Guests are still allowed to enter the store if they are accompanied by a member. But again, like, it's not an issue for me because I strictly have a Costco membership for gas. Why? Because it's a safe gas station and you get a discount.
When you say safe, what do you mean by that?
It's like so organized. You wait in the line. It's like patrolled by Costco people.
Oh, like safe. I didn't know if you meant the gasoline was like safe or something.
You can pull on either side of the pump and like reach it over to your other side, or you can go on, you know, the normal side. It's just like efficient.
Is it cheaper?
You get a discount, and I don't really need to like, the only thing that I buy in bulk at Costco would be the toilet paper and paper towels, so I hate having to buy those at the store.
Yes, that is annoying.
So I need to go, I'm gonna go this weekend and just like get that. I go like twice a year and stock up
Well,
on it.
you went for when you came to Thanksgiving, those
the
pies were amazing.
That's the other good thing, the
so
pies.
Good. Yes. The food is good.
Yeah, or like if you need an appliance or something, that's always good. But like, memberships are not that expensive. I think it's like $60 for the year.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you're spending a lot on streaming services or whatever. Not Fox Local, because that's free.
That is free.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like it. The rotisserie chickens are good. I'll go get their rotisserie chickens sometimes, but it's really just the gas. So the way I see it is like, okay, I'm saving on gas, so that would like pay for the membership, and then I can like get gas safely.
Yes.
Because some of these gas stations are scary.
Oh, yes, they are.
I had to stop at one right around here recently, and I was like, my heart was beating because it was just, I don't know.
Yes, don't go during at night.
People are always trying to talk to you like, hey girl.
And then you don't want them to get upset. You're just trying to like, you know.
Or they'll ask for money, and I actually don't carry money. Like, I don't use cash. So when Rashi was telling me that like once I have kids, I'm going to have cash, because you always have to give them give them like money for something.
Stuff. Yes, but I don't carry it with me on in my purse. I just have like a stash at home.
I think that's what my parents did.
Yeah,
they had our stash for us, and they're like, you can, if you need it, it's here, but you have to tell us what you take.
Yes. And then also, like, you know, now when your kids start losing their teeth.
That's how I always got those big bills, because Bob didn't like to carry small. He never had small bills, and so then he'd be like, oh no.
Yeah.
This is all I have tonight.
Yes. This is what's gonna happen.
This $20 is all I have.
And I used to like brush my tooth whenever it came out, so to get more money, because I saw it on like Elmo or something one day. And my mom was like, I really don't think that's gonna work. And like I was like, no, I'm not gonna put it on tonight. I'm gonna do this for another 2 days. And I remember it was like Brian, she's like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It didn't work.
Oh my gosh. My mom kept all of our teeth for the longest time.
Oh.
In a secret stash. I'm like, this is creepy.
My mother-in-law still has my husband's teeth.
Oh my gosh. She got rid of them now, but she was emotionally attached to them for a little bit. You know what I used to do, which is so funny?
What?
When my mom would like be clipping our nails or her nails, I would like steal the nail clippings. I was like 3 and go like hide them around the house. So when we were moving out of the house, she found like nail clippings.
Oh my God.
I thought it was funny. I'd take them and run, because I think she told me like you can't play with them. So I was like, look what I'm gonna do. You know, like
I'm gonna play with nail
touch
clippings.
Them. That's disgusting and dirty. So I would grab them and go hide them.
They
so
tell
she
you
would
not
literally
to do.
hide She would find like hidden stat, and she's like, wow, that's. Yeah. Anyway, with that. Hope you all have a great Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll be back with another episode.
Yes, we'll see you next time.
Bye.